Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Abiodun and today we are going to be looking at JavaScript, HTML and DOM. We're going to be looking at JavaScript, HTML and DOM. So what is DOM? DOM is known as the Document Object Model. HTML DOM. Whenever a web page is loaded, the browser creates a document object model of that page. It creates a document object model of that page, and for every element on your page an object representation is created. Yes, this object representation is what allows us to access all the elements on our page via JavaScript. We're going to be able to access all the elements on our page through JavaScript. Because of the document object model, we can change, we can add, we can delete any element. Any element at all, we can change, we can work on it. So let's look at how we can get started with it. Now, before your closing tag of the body, so we're going to have, let's have a div tag, and let's include some paragraphs. Let's add lorem here. So let's include about, let's say, 5 paragraphs. Okay, shift alternate down. I believe at this point we should remember that duplication of paragraphs. Okay, let's fix in some attributes. Let's give it some IDs. So let's say the first one, P, I have ID. Let's call it P1. Then you have the text. Then the other one too, let's say ID. Remember we have ID. We have ID. We also have class. Then let's call this P2. So let's go to the third one. I say we have ID. Let's say this is P3. Then let's go to the fourth one. Let's use something else. Let's make use of class here. Let's say class. What class now? Let's say the P class. P underscore class. Yes. P class as P underscore. So let's go to the fifth one now. We also have class. Let's say we have class equal to, let's say we have P class. Okay, now you can see that the fourth and the fifth, they have the same class name. Okay, let's save. Let's see it on our page. Refresh. Beautiful. Look at it. These are the texts that we have worked on. Okay, these are the texts we have worked on. So let's go back to our page now. Let's add a button. Let's say we say button. Remember, button has a close tag too. Okay, so let's say the button, let's say it's called click me. Let's see, let's refresh our web page. Okay, look at click me here. Even when you click, there is nothing because we have no thing attached. Okay, let's try and beautify our button a little. Sorry, let's beautify our button a little. So let's come into the open part, the opening tag of the button. Let's say we have class. Let's say btn. Remember what I am doing. Btn. We have btn. Let's say large. Btn large. That's button large. Let's say button btn dash primary for the color. If you remember, primary color. Then also let's include something on click. Remember we talked about on click and its functions, right? On click, let's say we are to display. Once we click on click, it displays. What does it display? We are not putting anything into that. So let's see, save. Let's refresh and see what it's giving us now. Beautiful. Now can you see it is now enlarged? then it has the blue background because of the primary, and so on and so forth. So we have this now. We have this we have our 5 paragraphs. Paragraph 1 with IDP1. We have paragraph 2 IDP2 P3. We have paragraph 4 with class P class, and paragraph 5 also with class P class. Now remember, we can do both internal, we can work on JavaScript externally or internally, but for the sake of our class, because I don't want to be moving left and right, if not I would have worked on it here, but because I want to have it on the same page, so let's work on it internally. So we have script, yes. Now look at it, it's going to be at the end of our HTML. We have script. Now there are 3 ways you can access your element via JavaScript. There are 3 ways you can access your element via JavaScript. It's either you access it through class name, you access it through tag name, or you access it through ID name. Now for paragraph 1, we are using ID, so our ID is P1. For paragraph 2, ID is P2. Paragraph 3, ID is P3. Then for paragraph 4, we are using class name, so it's going to be P class. Then for paragraph 5 is also P class. Then for the tag name, we have P. We'll just tag, the tag name is P. So we're going to be having, let's say, okay, just on a norm now, let's say var P3. Remember, we have something of that nature, equal to document. Remember, we start with document dot get look at it now. Get element by ID, get element by class name, get element by name, get element by tag name, get element by tag name NS. So these are ways with which we can access our elements. So let's say we have get element by, if we say we are working with ID, we have it as P3. Get element by ID, we have P3. Also, this, in place of this could also be by class name. Remember, we have by class name. We can also have that to get an element, or by tag name. And remember, if it is class name, this is what we have. We would have the P underscore class. Then we can get an element from there. I don't know if you understand. I trust you should understand, because that's the class we have. Then also we can have by tag name. Can you see tag name? You can have by tag name. What's the tag? Remember, it's the P tag. And mind you, they would all be in quotes. Yes, they would all be in quotes. So now that we're here now, okay, let's see how we can change some elements. Let's see let's P3 save. Nothing precisely will change though. And let's just look at it. Can you see? Nothing is reflecting because we've not really changed anything. We've not asked it to display anything as such. Okay, but let's look at okay, P3. Let's say we have by ID. Let me do that again so you have a look. By ID is P3. Okay, ID is P3. Okay, refresh. And you see, it's still the same thing. Nothing is changing. Okay, so now let's say we want to change certain element. This is what we just do. Okay, we have P3 get element by ID, P3 dot inner HTML equal to, now put it in quotes, anything at all we want to fix, anything at all we want to see in place of the whole of P3. Anything at all we want to see in place of the whole of P3, we just put it inside this quotation. Let's say this content has been removed. Now look at it. So let's refresh. Can you see this content has been removed? It's not that I have actually removed it, but look at the statement that made it look so. Look at it here. This content has been removed. So, and it will only happen for P3. So it's getting displayed. It's getting this displayed. This content has been removed. So if I say by class name, let's say P underscore class, my class name now. So let's see. Okay, let's change this statement. Let's use the word erased, and let's see where it would function in. Yes, I've saved. Then let's refresh. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me change this class name. Let's put it as P4. 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 Okay. Refresh. On clicking. In HTML equals to this content as being erased. Okay. You should actually change this content. Okay. Let's take back some things. This content has been removed. Okay. 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 This content has been removed. By get elements by class name. Let's say my class name is P class erased. Okay, I think there's no error. Okay, P class. Okay, I'll still go back to change. It's a P4. Maybe there is an then I have P4. Okay, so okay, so give a string by class name. Okay, I think there's a function that is dropping into that is cutting into the text. Okay, so we're going to continue from here because the class is getting too long. We're going to continue from here in the next class to rectify this. Thank you. See you in the next class.